What is up, my dear ladies and gentlemen? This is Oprelia, and today we're going to be looking into this new amazing Kling 2.0 model, which is definitely the new king of the hill of video AI. I mean, 1.6 in itself was pretty amazing, only ranking below Google's own video AI. And 2.0 is basically an improvement over 1.6 in terms of improved dynamics, aesthetics, and how it's basically following your prompts. So here, for example, we have something that was done on 1.6, and you can definitely see that there's a bit of distortion on the background of the buildings, but everything else in terms of the bike and the guy, they look very realistic over here, and there's not really heavy pixelization outside from a bit of the back of the bike, and obviously you can't really read the text over here really well. And this was done on 1.6, obviously. From image to video, it's always going to be better quality. But when we actually look at the stuff that was done on 2.0, there isn't really that many videos yet here and published, but this was done on 2.0. And this is just amazing. Like, this looks so realistic. I don't see any hard pixelization here. The eggs are a bit weird at one point, but in terms of like the overall quality here and the backgrounds and how the trees look and how the bike is moving across the road, it's just very impressive. And I really believe that by the end of the year, like, a lot of these video models are going to be up to par with a lot of like Hollywood studios. So in terms of the quality and doing like short films with 2.0 is going to be absolutely amazing. Like, this was done on 1.6. There's not really a way to seemingly to filter out which ones have been done on 2.0, so I can't really show you that many videos, but they did release a highlight video, I believe, on their Twitter about what we've been done with 2.0, and obviously I'm going to be showing you some of my results over here on my dashboard. So let me kind of show you some of the stuff. So for example, they also released a new video editor, which is known as Colors 2.0. I think this was just released at the same time or recently, because I don't remember seeing this last time. So this is a pretty good prompter as well. I was prompting a couple of images over here, and I decided like, hey, this one out of the 4 is like looking the best, and let's try to actually animate that on 2.0. And the end results are pretty damn good. It looks very realistic. Maybe the closing eye thing looks a bit weird, but in terms of the movement of the bike and everything, and the trees, you know, kind of moving a bit, it's pretty good. Like, the wind is, you know, going on a good flow with the rest of the stuff. Like, this is impressive. Like, this is stock footage material stuff over here. Here is a video that I basically prompted out from text to video with 2.0. It's pretty good. A speeder racing through a cyberpunk city and motion blur. It didn't do that much motion blur over here. I mean, maybe it should have been done on a different angle in my opinion, but pretty amazing nonetheless. Another one I wanted to show you, something that I prompted with 1.6. I tried to animate this very highly detailed image, and as you can see, the image is moving. It loses so much more of the detail and the quality on the 1.6 that it's kind of like a really weird. And it did all this lot of weird distortion on the actual eye as well, the original image. This is like a better look of the 1.6 here as well, which was probably one of the better ones that I was able to prompt with it. And I think in that model, you were not able to change the dimension into like 9 to 16, like I had to do like a horizontal video. But here's the same image done with 2.0. It's not losing any of that nice glossy anime quality. It didn't follow the prompt very well because I said glowing eye. I didn't mean both eyes glowing, but in terms of like the overall quality over here, it just is really good. I mean, another example we have here is image. So this was done on like, I don't know, 1.1 or something. Like one of the earlier videos I did this image over here of this dinosaur. Now I use the Colors 2.0 to basically make it an actual 3D model, and it improved obviously the arms, or the claws I should say. And then I did 2 different video attempts of it. This one, I mean, this is really good over here. I mean, I didn't want to have the sparkles, so I did do another version of that over here, and this one is really good. And as you can see, the background is lighting up, and so is lighting up the color and the furs of the actual dinosaur. So it's not just that the background is lighting up, it's also the dinosaur in itself. Now I wanted to have a star fall, and it's just like made the stars brighter, which is not exactly what I wanted to have, but it's pretty good, and the camera actually did stay static. And we can do an actual testing prompt over here. We probably should do another video generation. Now there's one big downside over here, which probably we should actually talk about in a second. So I'm gonna go, let's start with this, done with 2.0. A girl is looking at the camera and blinking her eyes and then moving away. Let's try that. So, and you have the opportunity to also use the DeepSeek over here. So the DeepSeek will basically improve your prompt, which is obviously something you would definitely want to do because it might do a better quality stuff of the video. And these actually cost 100 credits. And the 2.0 actually currently offers also a couple of different formats. I think like all the 1.6 and all that type of stuff. And you can do multiple outputs. Those are obviously behind VIP, and you can do 10 seconds and 5 seconds, and obviously that's going to be doubling the things. They actually have some type of creative endeavor going on right now. So if you want to like enter the contest, you can actually win like a 1 year of free credits, like 1 year plan. But let's go into the pricing while this thing is prompting out. So as I said, this is taking out around 7 to 5 minutes to usually prompt out these things. And I really recommend always using the image to video because that is just going to be getting you better quality results. As you can see, like this was also,
hey,
you can do.
How do I drive this thing?
Yeah. So this was lip sync, which actually doesn't cost like, I think it's like 2 credits or something. Like also the images are really cheap to prompt, but currently the video prompting is expensive. So let's actually run the math, how much it actually costs to do the prompting. So currently there is the monthly plan and the yearly plan. The yearly plan is obviously a lot more cheaper. So it's $8.8 a month, which is, in my opinion, pretty good for a monthly plan in terms of video thing. But the caveat obviously here is you are going to getting 660 credits. That means 6 videos on 2.0. That is not very competitive in my opinion, because you're always going to have videos which are going to fail to capture what you want it to do. So you have to really be clear on the prompting and get it right, because I think in a lot of this prompting stuff, you are trying things out, and it's going to be taking you a couple of attempts to get the actual quality and actual product that you were looking for. So it's not super good pricing. So we're talking about $1 to $1.3 per video. Now in the yearly plan, it's basically $1 per 100 credits, so $1 per video, which is still expensive. It maybe should be, I mean, eventually we might getting better computing, and maybe these companies start to explore like some decentralized systems which are going to be giving you cheaper computing. But in terms of the Pro plan, the Pro plan is pretty good. I think this is like, when you think about it, like if you want to do a lot of videos, if we're doing short films, or maybe you're selling stock video footage, this price is not bad. We're talking about $300 for a year. Like let's say Midjourney's yearly model is like $120 or something like that. Or the ChatGPT, that's 20 euros a month. That means 240 euros per year. So obviously that's going to be giving you unlimited videos. And at some point, I'm betting that Sora will come out with a new model that's going to be able to match out Kling 1.6 and 2.0 models. Obviously, ChatGPT has more censorship. But in my opinion, in terms of the yearly plan for Pro, is quite affordable when you compare it into the other video models we have reviewed. It's all about like, what is good quality, and do you make money returns from selling that stuff, or do you have a lot of money around and you just like have money to spend on this type of stuff? So there's a lot of those types of variables that really play into this stuff. But I don't think the plan for Pro is that bad, but that means 30 videos per month. So it is what it is, and maybe depending on, and obviously there's going to be like other types of credits that you're going to be getting. I think you're going to be getting 66 credits per day. That means that you're able to prompt out a couple of extra stuff every 2 days. So it's not too bad, especially because the image prompting is going to be so much cheaper. So, and the 2.0, like maybe we're going to do a separate video on colors 2.0. Let me know. And this is kind of like do a lot of restyling. So this was the restyling I was doing earlier. And maybe we can actually, where do I actually get into access to my own images here? Entire image. And you can even change the reference strength over here. Okay, so the video has done rendering, and here is the end result, which is actually stylistically looking good, but maybe not exactly what I was looking for. Then again, I did use the AI to write the prompt. Maybe I wanted her to maybe take a step backwards and then walk into the woods or into the background. And also, the wolf is blinking, which may be not a bug, but actually a feature. But hey, it's a kind of like a nice, funny detail there to be added. But in terms of the quality here, I mean, it's pretty good. There's not really any pixelization going on, and it's just like pretty good. But the lighting here is kind of weird. Like, I don't know why it's constantly the AI is trying to add some natural light into these things. Then I also tried to prompt something that was done with 1.6. So this was the original 1.6 prompt, and I used basically the same thing, the same prompt, and turned it into 2.0. And it turned out to be pretty good. It had a bit more movement than the other one, but there is definitely a bit of a distortion on the actual hand over here as the astronaut is jumping. So not in every way this 2.0 image is better than the 1.6 that we just looked at, but also the tomatoes do look a lot more detailed over here on the 2.0 than it done on the 1.6 in my opinion. So let's look back into, like, there's a bit more blurriness on the background. So I think the details here maybe on the 2.0 version are a bit better. But what do you think? Leave a comment down below. And that basically wraps up my thoughts about Kling 2.0. There are things that it's probably doing better than 1.6 in certain ways. And you're obviously going to be getting the best results by actually using image to video. And because the Colors 2.0 is included on the standard plan, you can basically use them together because it's a 1 credit per image, so it's very cost efficient to do images here and then work from there. And obviously you can import your own images and turn them into videos as well. But obviously I do have to say that the price is a bit high, guys, and if you want to do like really long stuff, maybe you're just going for one video or something, like a few videos a month, like what you can do, basically 6, well, then it's okay. But if you're looking to do a lot of footage, a lot of content, this is going to be a very expensive endeavor for now, but obviously that may change in the future. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more AI reviews. There's a lot of things dropping out every single day, so make sure you're going to be subscribed and hit that bell notification so you won't be missing out the next hottest thing in AI.